Welcome to the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio. For over 10 years, Dan has been helping AM 1160 listeners. With so many companies to choose from and hundreds of loan options, the mortgage process can be confusing and costly. Be sure to listen each day for Dan and learn the difference between FHA, VA, and conventional loans. You'll also learn how to negotiate lower interest rates and fees, as well as steps to buying your first home and whether refinancing makes sense. Stay tuned to find out why Chicago's top realtors are choosing Dan Frio.
Hello, and welcome back to the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio. I, of course, am Dan Frio. And like I start every show, if you would, please, the easiest way I can kind of paint this with a broad brush, check me out on Google. Just Google Dan, D-A-N, Frio, F-R-I-O. You're going to come across my LinkedIn, my Facebooks, my business Facebooks, my YouTube channel, my website, my credit website. You're going to find out everything you can about me, reviews on Google, and I hope you like what you see. And so, thank you for tuning in today. And today we're going to talk about the 10 most frequently asked questions by home buyers. And I did a lot of research on this through Google and a bunch of other places that I checked out to see, and I've done this for 30 years. And these, from the research I did, plus from my 30 years of experience from people calling, I was able to put this list together, and I want to, if half of these don't hit home with you, if you're looking to buy a home, or especially first-time home buyers, then something's wrong. Something, you might want to start rethinking some things a little bit. But some I'm going to really dive into, and then some we're kind of brush over. But if you want to check out, I have a YouTube video of this. And I also, if you go to my 1160mortgage.com and click under the purchase tab, one of the first things there is you'll find this multiple videos of these questions that we're going to go over. So let's start out. The first thing that I hear from a lot of people, and this is this is actually my number one question, is, do I even qualify? So you won't. The best way I can explain this is you don't know or won't know unless you try. However, none of us like to be rejected. Even if you think of it when you're in high school, you're the reluctancy of asking a girl to prom. Is she gonna say yes? So I get it. The reluctancy to see if you qualify. Is my credit score enough? Can I qualify with the income that I have? Can I qualify? I'm only on Social Security and a small pension. Can I qualify? I had a bankruptcy 10 years ago. Can I qualify? All those questions you don't know. Please don't do a Google lookup to try to find the answers. Please call me, and I will go through everything. You will talk with me personally, and I'm going to say, you know what? Give me all the pieces of the puzzle. Let me put the puzzle together. And what I'll do is I'll come back. Let's say I cannot help you at this point. Reason being is there's usually two reasons why I can't help. One being down payment or lack of. Two is your credit or bad credit or no credit, or, we need to get your scores up a little bit. So the combat of those two things is, and I know I'm getting a little off tangent, but is we have grant programs to get you into a house if you don't have any money down. So that's hopefully a resolution there. But even to qualify for those grant programs, you need a 620 minimum credit score. So how are we going to get that credit score? If you don't have that credit score, or you don't know what your credit score is. So what I ask people to do is, all the clients who call me, is go to, and this is one of the sponsors of the show, go to creditscoresandmore.com and complete step 1. It's a free process. That'll give you an educational score. What I mean by that is it'll give you a Vantage score. That score is not the score that lenders use, but it is a score that can teach you a lot of things, and it can show me, kind of the realm of where you are with things. It'll also go through, details. It'll say, you have your utilization rate is too high. You might want to do this, or you might want to do that. Here's a collection account. Let's see when the last active was. Maybe we want to pay it off. Maybe we don't want to pay it off. So it's a website that'll provide you with information on your credit. And many times I'll ask you for the login so I can actually view that on your behalf while you're on the phone with me. And then once we're done, you can change the password so I cannot access it anymore. So step 1 is, if you're, the reluctancy is, do I qualify? please just call. The worst case scenario is I can't help, but I will promise you this. I will at least try to put you on a path to get you where you need to be in the future. So that's actually number one. Do I even qualify? So the next thing we're going to go over, what credit score or scores do I need? That's a little more in-depth question. So again, let's go back to the credit score website. And I'm going to say why. Why step 2 in this process is getting your true credit report. And what I mean by your true credit report, lenders use what's called your FICO. And that is a system that auto lenders use, mortgage companies use, credit card companies use, insurance companies use. When you go to that website and complete step 2, you will get actually your real true credit scores or your FICO. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. I always do a setup question saying, what's your credit score? Oh, it's a 620. Which one is it? And here's what I mean by that. TransUnion has 2 different models. Okay, so TransUnion has a model, I think it is 5 and 8. Okay, so there's a TransUnion 5 and a TransUnion 8. Under TransUnion 5 is a mortgage score, an auto score, a credit card score, an insurance score. The same holds true under Model 8, or the other model of TransUnion. There's 4 more scores there. TransUnion also came out with a credit score 9 that most lenders don't use or have not picked up on yet. So, and that also has variation of scores. So just in that category, you probably have 10 TransUnion scores. Bet you didn't know that. And if you did, God bless you. So again, the credit scores, that's where you would go to get your real credit score. And we're going to look at your mortgage scores. Okay, so now let's dig in on that. What do you qualify? Dan, my credit score is X. So what would I qualify for? So let me go through some of the details. On an FHA loan, you can qualify with as low as a score as 500. So a 500 credit score, you can get an FHA loan. However, you need 10% down. And I'm not going to go through all these details on the loan to values and all this other stuff at this point, but I will, in future shows, and also check out my YouTube channel because a lot of this information is there. So FHA, 500 to a 580 credit score, you can get an FHA loan with 10% down. Okay. Over 580, now you're looking at only 3.5% down. What I mean by down is your down payment. So when I say 3.5%, let's assume you're trying to purchase a $100,000 home. So, and you need 3.5% down. So we take 100,000 times 3.5 is $3,500. So you need $3,500 in that case for your down payment. VA loans that I have start with a 550 credit score. So you can get 100% financing, no money down on a VA loan with a 550 credit score. USDA requires a 580 credit score. Okay, so those are the government-sponsored programs. So again, FHA 500 to 580, and then 580 and above. VA 550 is your credit score needed, minimum. USDA 580. And what's credit score is used is the middle score. So there's TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And they all will give you a mortgage score, and then you take the middle score. So let's say one is a 600, one is a 590, and one is a 540. We're going to use the middle one. Okay, so that's what's used as the credit scores. Then once you get to a 620 credit score, you would qualify possibly for a conventional loan. And also all of the grant programs that I have also require a 620 credit score. So that is the credit score section of what credit scores you need. So that's question number 2. Question number 3, how much of a down payment will I need? And again, I went through a lot of that in the previous number 2 question, but let's go with it again. FHA's under 580, you need 10% down. FHA's over 580, you need 3.5% down. VA is 100% financing, so no money down. Same thing with USDA. Okay, here's the thing that most people don't realize. Most conventional loans with a 620 credit score or more, we have programs with only 3% down. Many people still think it's 20% down or 15 or 10 or 5. You only need 3% down in most cases. So those are the programs, and or the down payment part of things. Now, if you have a 620 score or more, I have programs that'll give you 2%, 3%, 4%, or 5% of the loan amount as a grant to cover that down payment for you. So again, the recap of that is, I'll just recap it easily. If you have a 620 credit score or more with a very minimal down payment, I might be able to help you get into one of the grant programs, get you into a house with no money down. If you're a veteran, God bless you. Thank you for serving. You can buy a house with no money down. So those are basically the loan, how much money you need as your down payment. What we're going to go over in the second section or segment of the show is what are the mortgage rates? How much is this going to cost me? What's PMI? And how long does all this take? So I want to thank you. Please stay tuned. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. But again, this is Dan Frio, the Mortgage Update. If you want to reach me personally, please give me a call. And you can reach me at 630-338-1160. Or you can also reach me on the web. The website is 1160mortgage.com. And if you see the theme there, everything I try to tie into is 1160. 1160 one way or another. Even if you really can't find me, go to the 1160 website, AM 1160, Hope for Your Life Radio, and I'm right there as well. So stay tuned. God bless you. I'll be right back.